Hello everyone, it's your boy Corn and welcome back to another video. And today is a different video, as you can tell by the title. This is the first episode of a series that I wanted to start called Coffee with Corn. Now, what exactly does this Coffee with Corn, this series entail, right? It's basically about conversations about games, stories, just personal things also, and what else? Just regular conversations, and also about compelling stories that I've run into either with games, books, or movies and shows and stuff like that. And also I think this would be a good series to make, because sometimes I don't want to do a whole lot of editing, because I put a lot of work into my videos, and sometimes I get tired out because college, job, and doing this, which is very amazing that I'm actually doing this, because I'm having fun with it a lot. But sometimes I do want to take a break and just really just talk, and not do a lot of editing. But yeah, that's basically what this series is going to entail for the future and also for today. And also we're gonna have different coffee mugs, for each one. I got the PlayStation coffee mug, you feel me? This one is really nice. I love this one. My girlfriend got me this. Oh, and just a disclaimer, these aren't really scripted. I mean, I just wrote down stuff I wanted to talk about, and then I just put a check mark over them so I don't go on forever. Okay, so today's topic for this video is why I like to talk about video games. Now, this question in itself is very obvious. Yeah, I like video games, but there is a lot of different stuff to it. But first, to really get into the discussion of this topic, I first want to talk about what my channel originally was going to be. If you have been here since literally the very beginning, the first video of this channel, you have a sense of idea what it was going to be. It was going to be about just me talking about games, not necessarily always doing game reviews. For the first one, it was the not Cyberpunk, it was, what was it called? Ghost Runner. That game, I really love that game a lot, and I was like, okay, this game is really inspiring me to make a video on it. So that's what I did. I made a nice cool video on it. It took me a long time, because I never edited videos for that tough. I never edited videos that tough before, and ever since I made that video, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to talk about games and tell them about compelling stories and other cool stuff, right? After the Ghost Runner video, I think I did Fury, and after Fury, I did Devil May Cry, and I started to realize that those videos they take a long time to make, because I have to make a very good script. I have to make sure I'm clear and concise in my speech and everything like that. And I mean, I'm not saying that I can't do it, but it's very time consuming, and also I don't think my channel would be where it is today if I kept doing those videos, because they're not necessarily entertaining. They're more so I'm gonna sit here, have it as background, or or if you're really intrigued by the story, okay, this is a cool video. It was kind of like that. It's not necessarily entertaining where it would get a lot of views or anything, but even if it didn't get a lot of views, it still was something that I like to do, because I wasn't necessarily confident in doing gameplays as I do now, which I'm having a lot of fun with, and a lot of you guys was messing with it, especially with Friday Night Funkin'. Oh my god, you guys really like that video, and it's super amazing that video did so good. I was so surprised, because not gonna lie, I didn't put as much work into the editing in that video. I was just having fun, and y'all were vibing with it. And honestly, ever since that video, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I should stick to the gameplays. Now that we talk about what my channel was gonna be, let's talk about when I was a kid, right? So when I was a kid, obviously I was introduced to video games, and I played a lot of them. A lot, Game Boy Advance, PS2 games and stuff like that. I really loved video games a lot, especially my grandmother. My grandmother had she is a huge video game lover, and like I always love to spend my time going over my grandmother's house and just playing video games with her. It started on the Sega system. Like I think there was a Spider-Man game on the Sega system. It was really fire. And then there was Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage was really fun on that system. Like, you know how old the Sega system is, bruh? Oh my gosh, man, I really had a lot of fun. The memories, bro. So there was one very particular game that is basically my favorite game of all time, and that is Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 3 was a game that was introduced to me. Actually, I think it was my grandmother who introduced that game to me, and I used to see her play the game like all the time, and I didn't have the game at the time. I could only play it over at my grandmother's house, and like every time I see it, it was just so cool. The combos, the intricate like combo system, the styles, bro. There was no style switching then, but the styles that you could use, it was just so many things you could do. And initially I played Devil May Cry 1, which was not particularly my favorite, but it was still pretty fun to play, and actually kind of scared me as a kid, so I didn't necessarily like it too much, but now I do. But ever since Devil May Cry 3, Devil May Cry has become my favorite video game series of all time, hence why I made the Devil May Cry, I think it was a tier list video. Yeah, it was a Devil May Cry tier list video, which is actually my favorite video on the channel because I remember how much time I put into working on that video. I was really inspired to make that because it's literally my favorite video game series of all time. Y'all, I forgot I had like class today. Oh crap. I mean, my Wi-Fi is out, so I can't really join. I'll send an email after this. But on the subject of me like talking to people about my love for video games, that is how my connection with other people, that's how I grew a connection with other people when I was young. I necessarily wasn't into like, you know, a lot of other things. Like, I mean, I watch shows and movies and stuff like that, but my main thing with me and how I connected with people, probably why I didn't have many friends, was I always liked to talk about video games because it was something that always like inspired me, and it was something I enjoyed and loved a lot. That was the best way I could do with connecting with people, and honestly there's nothing wrong with that. But now that I'm older, it's like I feel like, you know, it's not just video games. Like, I'm into like even more stuff now, like, you know, rap music, even more different types of movies, more different type of shows that doesn't really have to do with video games, or like, you know, anime, comic book stuff, just a lot of variety of other things. You know, I like kind of expand, like when you get older, like your mind kind of like expands a little bit, you know, and you can connect with people in different ways way more. And honestly, video games are probably was that thing that really brought that out of me, and I really do appreciate that about myself, that I was able to expand myself, because you don't want to talk to somebody like that always talks about Devil May Cry or like, I don't know, Kingdom Hearts or stuff like that, you know. It's just like, can we talk about something else? Like, you've been talking about Devil May Cry for 2 hours. Talk about something else. Do you not do anything? Do you leave your bed? And on the last note of why I really like to talk about video games is I really love the stories. Now, the stories were a very big thing to me when I was a kid and younger and all of that, but now more than ever, I've really been enjoying stories. Cause look, bro, I'm gonna be honest, like, obviously life sucks. You know, real life sucks. It's boring, it's trashy, it's depressing. And video games was basically my escape from that because of the good stories where I can play the role as a character. RPGs, I can play the role as a character and be the hero in that story, or I can enjoy just a compelling story in itself. And actually, because how like sucky life is, you know, having like fantasy stories, reading like books and comic books, you know, manga, or watching anime, all that stuff is like really cool because of that. Because sometimes life is just not so interesting, you know, and you just want to have something that really inspires you, like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is like a really good example of what I mean. If you play Final Fantasy, you know exactly what I mean about some good story and something that is very compelling, something very emotional, probably make you cry a little bit. But recently, what has been a big thing for me is Persona 5, right? As you can tell, like if you've really been watching my videos and stuff like that, I really love Persona. You know, you hear Persona music in my intros and during other parts of the editing of the video. It's because I really love Persona music and I love the video game series a lot, which is why I'm playing Persona 4, and I'm probably gonna end up focusing on that more than Kingdom Hearts, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, Persona 5 is a really great game, and I'm really happy that I played that and that got introduced to me. But yeah, it's time to wrap up this episode. So I want to end this by saying I'm going to keep doing things I love, which is also doing a series like this where I get to just talk and have a chill time, you know. I'm not gonna use this series to, you know, be like, okay, I'm lazy, I'm not gonna do this. No, this is gonna be a series where I feel like I'm very inspired to really talk about something that I really like. And I think this will be a series to remind myself that I can keep doing things that I really like, not do things that other people like all the time, you know, that I think what other people would enjoy more than my own ideas, right? So it's just a sense of like, I am me, this is me, and I can still express it. And also today is my birthday, and a good present to me, if you care or whatever, is, you know, like and subscribe to this video. You like that plug though? But for real though, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I also appreciate the growth that this channel has been going through these couple of months. I'm actually surprised that it got to this point. Like I didn't think it would grow at a pace that I would be so proud of, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video, because we're going to finish Little Nightmares before we get to anything else. And also, don't forget the streams. Okay, see you later. Oh, and don't forget your corn merch. You know, Corn Games is gonna be $5.999999. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. You can get 50% off if you're subscribed. But yeah, peace.